Let's go. Oh no. It's -8 to 0 to -8, 0, -14 to -3, 0, 2. Play Odin. Do it again. No, he didn't want to see the Odin. It would have gone farther, guys. It would have gone farther. He's got -8, 0, -14. How are you digging yourself out of that one? Welcome back, my friends, to Marvel Snap. I believe that every single card can be effective given the right deck. And today we are trying to play with one of maybe the hardest cards to deck build around. Meet Hazmat. On reveal, give all cards, that's both ours and our opponents, -1 power. So this is absolutely a headache to play with, but since I collected her, I have been determined to try and throw her into a deck, and I think we may have something that is going to work out. What we're doing here is easy to explain, but rather hard to execute. We are trying to create a situation where the opponent has way more cards than us, but still loses. Because then they will be getting an outsized influence of this debuff from Hazmat. I'm drawing inspiration from the leader deck that I've showcased before, where we were focused on consolidating our own side of the board and throwing cards like Green Goblin and Hobgoblin over to the opponent's side to clutter up their options for being able to play their own cards. These are obviously excellent in this situation. -8 to the opponent's side, potentially even more if we can then tag it with Hazmat thereafter. Finishing out this module for Hazmat, we have Colossus, who is going to be unaffected on our side. We can play him down early and know that he will be able to maintain his power. We have Wong to be able to double the effectiveness, because just playing Hazmat once for a single debuff swing is just not that impactful. I want her to be able to shine if I'm building the rest of the deck around this kind of effect. So we have Wong to be able to trigger the effect again, and we have Odin to potentially trigger the effect yet again. Or in the case of Hazmat on Wong, play Odin 4 times. The final piece of this module of the deck is Black Widow, able to prevent the opponent from getting a draw, but also giving them that 0/0 Widow's Bite. They're going to play back to their side of the board and have yet another card that will be targeted by Hazmat. That Widow's Bite can potentially also be comboed with Scorpion, who's going to debuff all the cards in the opponent's hand. So the rest of the deck is now morphing into just anything that's going to attack the power of the opponent's cards. Here, Scorpion able to reduce the power of the cards the opponent has in hand. Spider-Woman able to decrease the power of opponent cards on the board. If she's hitting a full location of 4 cards, she's an 8 power swing when she comes down. For 4 cost, that's okay. If she hits 3 cards, 7 strength, that's also pretty good. Anything less than that is honestly not very good at all. But because we have Wong and Odin, we can somewhat redeem this by getting extra triggers on that effect. Now, rounding things out, we have a couple flex slots. We're putting in Nakia just because she is so powerful at the moment, even though she has some anti-synergy with both Green Goblin and Hobgoblin. Being able to play her potentially on turn 5 to the location with Wong and go +4 to every card in hand is really hard to pass up on. So we're running Nakia right now, and then we actually have White Tiger, back to one of the very first decks I ever built. White Tiger Odin goes insane with Wong. If you have Wong, White Tiger, Odin in that order, you can get 28 power out of the Spirit Tigers, which is just crazy. And then as the final piece, we have Ebony Maw, giving us our 1 cost play, potentially something early. And the key here is that even though he's going to lock us out of playing to that location after we've dropped him down, the Spirit Tigers that White Tiger shoots out will be able to jump to his location and potentially fill it up. He recently got buffed up to 7 strength instead of 6, making him a little bit more desirable. I've been testing him out to see how well he actually works to decent effect. I do think I like him here, but it's certainly a flex slot. This could be swapped out for something else. You can't play this after turn 3, so he has a brick in the hand if we draw him late, which I really don't like. But these are the debilitating downside of being a 1 cost 7 strength, which is, oh, it's not quite the strongest card. Odin is technically larger than the Ebony Maw, but he's the 2nd strongest card we are running as a 1 cost. Here we are into game. Scorpion, Wong, Spider-Woman, and Tinkerer's Workshop will let us drop Scorpion immediately. I love that. And we got Odin. Fantastic. Looking like a Wong, Spider-Woman, Odin. That can certainly win a single location. Now we have to figure out how we're going to win 2 of the locations. Hala, I don't think I want to contest for Hala. I don't have really strong burst cards, especially not early. So we're just going to try and ignore there. Our opponent saving up for his turn 3 play. And now, if it is going to be Wong, Spider-Woman, Odin to win a single location, throwing Green Goblin over here to the Tinkerer's Workshop could be the best play we have to try and shore up this second location that we need. They're going to throw out the Widow's Bite. They also do not care about Hala in the slightest. And we will show... Do we show Wong here? I think we do. The opponent playing to Hellfire. With a Mr. Negative. They were just waiting here until the final turns to be able to play. It makes me a little sad that I played Scorpion so early because I could have debuffed way more cards on the opponent's side. And now we have to decide. I think that we have to go White Tiger. That has to be so much better than playing Spider-Woman here. So we'll go White Tiger. Be able to shoot out 2 Spirit Tigers. And see if we can outrun the Mr. Negative deck now that it's been activated. I'm guessing my opponent plays Magic to be able to get that extra turn. Makes sense. But we can utilize this quite well by throwing out Spider-Woman and then Odin. Hazmat has come in too late. Too late. It's a Spirit Tiger game. If you're going to play White Tiger, you really can't play Hazmat. Unless you played it earlier. You could admittedly play it a little bit earlier. We'll go Spider-Woman here, and then... I think it's just Colossus. We'll just do like so. We'll play Odin as the final piece. And pray. I'm feeling confident. There it is. There's the Iron Man. So they've locked up the middle. There's no way we're going to catch up to that. Blue Marvel trying to buff everything. No. Alright, Mr. Spirit Tiger, one of you has to land here to the Tinkerer's Workshop. Because we are relying on a little bit of RNG just to get the Tiger over here. Now we are ahead. We are ahead. But the opponent has to have a way to be able to equalize one of these, or at least he thinks he does. With 4 cards in hand, certainly he's drawing the super inverted cards. I'm not going to snap, but I am going to see it through to the end. They fly into Tinkerer's Workshop. All right, come on. No, 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 no. All the way to the left. White Tiger, all the way to the left. Please. Yes. All right, that's the best as we could have hoped for. 0 strength. Hang on. What are you doing? You're going to put a -3 over here? And then it activates? Zola gives you the activation? Amazing. What a win. It's Odin White Tiger. All they need is Wong to be able to supercharge it. That's so fun. Hey, if you guys have been enjoying the video and like this kind of crazy deck building, leave a like, quick comment down below. That's what promotes the videos here on YouTube and lets us keep on growing and expanding the channel. Now let's see. Hazmat, Green Goblin, Wong, Scorpion. It's a great hand. Now, am I saying it's great because it's pretty much all golden cards and that's just very satisfying to me personally? Maybe, maybe. We'll play Scorpion here to the Cloning Vats. If our opponent doesn't have plays, we're going to keep on debuffing that hand of theirs, that pretty little hand of theirs. Mr. Sinister plays out the extras. Okay, so if you're playing Mr. Sinister, you are most... Oh, Weird World. Well, I'm going to know exactly what kind of deck you're playing. Thank goodness I already have the meat of what I want to do in hand with Wong, Hazmat, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Scorpion. And because of Cloning Vats, I can keep on duplicating just the cards that I like. And now you're going to be stuck getting... Oh, no, you're giving me the Spider Bite? Do I care about the Spider Bite? That is a very interesting question. Do I care about drawing more cards from your deck? Part of me says that I don't even care about that. Should I care about it? Let's play Wong. And then we can set up. What do we want to set up? We got 4 cards in hand. How do you like them all to be much, much weaker? Because I can go Scorpion, Green Goblin, send Green Goblin across to Wakanda, and then hold Hazmat as the final play. Or I can play Hazmat now, and then Scorpion. They flip first, so any cards they play this turn will be on the board to be debuffed by Hazmat. I mean, it's a great situation. We only have 2 cards that are getting hit by it. They have 6, and then they're going to add whatever they're going to play this turn. They have 5 cards in hand. They have plenty of options. But we did draw their Brood, which is probably the best thing that they could have played for us to then debuff. It's very tight. There's also just Green Goblin. I think it's Green Goblin Hazmat here. End turn. And then I should have gotten rid of Widow's Bite. You have Wave? Why are you playing? Oh no, Colossus. Colossus cannot be debuffed. Well, there we go. Neg 6, neg 2, 3. Oh man. I think it's just the Hobgoblin. Neg 8. What else would we do? We could play Scorpion. That's true. That's true. Very true. If Scorpion plays here, then we're at a total of 3. I could play Brood to be winning. Yeah, Brood's way better to play to Weird World, but is that what we want? They can easily swing Cloning Vats. The question is, can they swing Wakanda as well? Or do they have something that is going to buff these other cards? I'm going to guess that because of Weird World and you are drawing from my deck, you don't have Patriot. And even if you do have Patriot, you're not going to be able to overcome my advantage in Wakanda and Cloning Vats. Because it's not buffing any of these cards. I'm so confident I'm even going to snap. This is very interesting. Usually Weird World throws off my opportunity to show what my deck does entirely. But here, I think Hazmat was amazing. Victory. With Cloning Vats, we were able, just out of a good opening draw, and Weird World revealed third, so we had a core set of cards that we like to be able to utilize, and we force the retreat. Amazing. Okay guys, I've thought on it, and this Green Goblin variant art is just bad. We're gonna bring back the original. The saturated green just pops so much better. Odin, Ebony Maw, Black Widow. It's interesting when you draw the Ebony Maw, it pauses like, this card, you have to understand, is going to brick as soon as you hit turn 3. We have Black Widow to be able to play on turn 2. We have no idea what turn 3 is going to look like. I have a couple different turn 3s that I like to use, so usually I'll go straight into Ebony Maw. We'll play him down. We have Wong and Odin. We just need to figure out what is going to sandwich between them. And the Bifrost actually works out beautifully for us because we'll be able to keep on pushing guys over to the Ebony Maw's location. Black Widow will get played here. We have Spider-Woman. That's potentially a Wong Odin sandwich card to be able to debuff everything they've got. Atlantis. Oh, well, that's not great for us, but I can throw Green Goblin on over to the opponent's side, so they will have to play extra cards and not be able to utilize that buff. The other option would be playing, well, I couldn't play Green Goblin to Kleintar. Normally I would, because Kleintar buffs the Green Goblin and the Hobgoblin, but with the Bifrost shifting everything, that's not the play that we wanted to look for. These are not the plays you're looking for. We'll play Wong to be able to set up either Hazmat or Spider-Woman. We weren't able to get any other assistance, so now it's kind of sad that Black Widow is sliding across because she's going to make Atlantis just worse for us. We didn't know, and thankfully we were able to neutralize with Green Goblin. Another Mr. Negative deck. Alright. Will we be able to out-duel them? Maybe. The Mr. Negative matchup is okay for this deck because Mr. Negative loves playing a ton of cards, being able to make multiple plays. You play a normal card and you play an inverted card. And then the more cards that are on the board, the better Hazmat looks. So we go Colossus to be able to punch through Kleintar. And then, let's see. So if I play Hazmat, I'm losing on 3 cards and you are losing on 5. But you flip first, so anything you play this turn is also debuffed. And then with Odin will be debuffed again. And Spider-Woman too! Oh, yes! Alright, so they put White Tiger to Kleintar? Okay, they're probably going to play Magic to Kleintar. We've debuffed everything, it's amazing. 4 cards in hand. They're going to snap. I am going to play Odin. This should be able to swing the Bifrost. Looks like we're losing Atlantis, though Devil Dinosaur is going to fall off pretty hard. Alright, Hazmat, do your worst. Oh, we have to fight against Blue Marvel? Alright, so they buff every single card they have. And then they have Iron Man. Hazmat is a wonder against Iron Man. Watch this. You thought that the Super Iron Man, the free 5 strength Iron Man was enough. No, not up against Hazmat. Help, somebody call a doctor. My opponent's locations are all negative. All right, we have repeatedly matched up against our opponent here, playing a Rock Slide deck of all things right now. We're going to go Ebony Maw over here. The Onslaught Citadel is too much fun to pass up. Apologies. Had to clear my throat there. If we can get Wong to the Onslaught Citadel, it's a dream come true. We play Scorpion. We have to draw into Wong. Can you imagine? Wong plus White Tiger here. Shocker. Alright, I am somewhat shocked and confused as to what my opponent is doing. We draw Wong. Oh, man. And we have Hazmat. Let's send the Green Goblin on over. I love this. This is so good for us. Flip something. Okay, Ant-Man. Very fun. Mr. Sinister. Have you noticed that all your cards are debuffed? This is where we test the opponent. Do they retreat as soon as they see the combo? Or are they willing to see the full reveal? Let's find out. Ant-Man takes it up. Pretty good. Misty Knight is played down. Yes. I think White Tiger is better. I think White Tiger is just objectively better to play here because you get 4 Spirit Tigers immediately. But the deck is for Hazmat. Let's go. Oh no. It's -8 to 0 to -8, 0, -14 to -3, 0, 2. Play Odin. Do it again. No, he didn't want to see the Odin. It would have gone farther, guys. It would have gone farther. He's got -8, 0, -14. How are you digging yourself out of that one? There is the deck in all of its glory. I have to say, I've had so much fun trying to get Hazmat to work. Let me know in the comments how you guys would optimize this list, because I feel like there's just parts that grate on each other, and it's really like two different decks that are cobbled together with a couple points of intersection being Wong and Odin for the on-reveal effects. White Tiger just can't play with Hazmat unless you play Hazmat a lot earlier, and then Nakia does not play well with Hobgoblin and Green Goblin. Maybe it's just once you learn how to cultivate your hand and different lines of play to take, it still comes together. I just feel like there are more synergies that we could potentially add in. I wonder if I switch things up to be able to play a little bit of some self-destruction combos, which will then consolidate our own cards and the power of those cards even more if that is the next step for Hazmat. If you want to see when I update the deck list to an even better version of Hazmat, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more Marvel Snap content that I have in the works. Till next time, thank you guys for watching and have a good one.